Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Jen Edwards and it has been a very long time since I've shared anything on any social media. And I'm starting to feel guilty about it. I've been consuming content but not creating or sharing anything. And the Lord has laid it upon my heart. The Lord has done so much for me and brought me out of New Age and completely changed my life. And I'm not sharing anything. I'm not sharing anything about that journey, and I'm not helping other people who are maybe searching or stuck or wondering what next. I'm not helping anybody, and God has given me this gift of life to help and serve, and I'm not doing anything with that gift. And so I'm starting to really feel guilty about it. And so I committed to filming this video tonight and beginning a journey of sharing what the Lord lays upon my heart, and sharing, my journey from New Age to Jesus, and helping people with that process or whatever else the Lord has me helping people with. And I really don't know what I'm going to say tonight. Like, that's the thing. Like, I've struggled with, like, I don't know what to say. And I've gone through those seasons before in my life where I'm like, I really don't know what to say. So then I'm not going to do anything, or I'm not going to create anything. And so then I don't. And clearly I have a cat on my lap. And then I don't. And then another day goes by, and then, you can kind of get stuck in a rut. So sometimes you just have to do, whether you feel prepared to do it or not, whether you feel like you know what to say or not, whether there's anything like clearly on your heart. Sometimes you just have to take action and do. And so that is what I'm doing tonight. I am taking action and I am doing. So what I want to share is how the Lord has come through for me. When I was in New Age, I was a coach, and I had a lot of New Age practices, and that was kind of like, that was my business, and I closed that business, and then I struggled very, very, very much for about a year and a half. I was just like in a massive struggle financially, because I didn't have a business anymore and I didn't know what to do. And so I was trying all these things, and nothing was working, and I was just like, what in the world? Like, and my world was getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So I moved back to Southern Illinois about 5 years ago in 2020, and my world shrunk quite a bit whenever I moved back here. And then like, the more that I've stayed, the more that my world has just gotten to be like this little bitty world. And I was used to like a really great life and a big life, and a lot going on. And all of a sudden I found myself in this like box, like this tiny little box. And it became very frustrating. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? And like I said, I was trying all these things and nothing was working. I finally was building websites for people, and that was kind of working. I mean, that was barely paying the bills, and then it became like not really paying the bills, and I was struggling, and it was just like a really hard, scary time. And I had a lot of money miracles in that time. If you've been here for a while, that money has been something that I had struggled with. The relationship that I've had with money, I have struggled with, and the Lord is healing that right now. And I'm seeing the scales come off of my eyes around it. I'm seeing things shift around it. And I'm not yet ready to talk about a whole lot of things with that just yet, because I think that there's some more clarity. One of the things that I have dug into over the last year or so is like the generational curses. So like when you're in New Age, we talk about past life trauma, past life stuff that's passed on to you, or that you carry from a past life. So in Christianity, we don't believe in past lives, and we don't succumb to, or what, I don't know what the word is. It's an S word. We don't align to that belief. However, there is generational curses that can be pronounced upon a bloodline, and that is biblical. And so one of the things that I've been unraveling is the is the generational curses and the bloodline curses and covenants that people in my bloodline made. And so as I've come into a deeper understanding of all of that, I have started to release the things in my bloodline that and ask forgiveness of the sins of my bloodline and asking Jesus to cleanse that bloodline. And so things are coming off and things are feeling better and all of that. And I'll tell you though, in 2024, okay, so I'm shooting this right now in February 2025. In 2024, things got really bad financially, like really bad, worse than it's ever been for me, ever. And I got to a breaking point. I got to a breaking point in September, and I had stayed really strong, like believing that I was going to have a breakthrough and believing that I was going to have, you know, my business turn around or a business idea was going to come to me, and just nothing came to me. I had no business ideas. I had like nothing was working, you know, and this is something that this is a spiritual matter that I feel like I'm still working through it with the Lord and releasing some covenants and curses that have been spoken upon my bloodline. I'm still in the process of doing that. However, by the time I got to September of last year of 2024, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I cannot keep doing this. This is not working. It's clear that it is not working. Even though I have had this dream to be a successful entrepreneur, it was not working. And so I cried out to the Lord from this very chair one very long and painful night. I was up all night and I was just really beside myself and angry and frustrated and scared and all the things. And so I cried out to the Lord. I was like, Lord, something has to give. I can't keep doing this. And that was on a Friday night going into Saturday. I didn't sleep the whole night. I felt like I was having a panic attack or a heart attack. It was just really difficult. And so I woke up at like 4 in the morning, or I was up at 4 that early Saturday morning. And I got out my computer and I went on Indeed.com. And the very first job posting that was listed there, I was like, oh my gosh, I could do that job. It was almost as if it was written for me. And I was like, I think I'm gonna put my resume in. So I put my resume in right then and there. And I didn't even clean up my resume, nothing. I just submitted it. And that was on a Saturday morning. On Monday morning, I got a call from that company, and it's a company here in Carbondale, Illinois. I got a call from that company and they were like, hey, you know, we saw your resume. We'd like to set up a initial phone interview. And so I set up the initial phone interview, and I did that on the Wednesday of that same week. And then I didn't hear, and it was with one person, I didn't hear anything. And then the following Monday, which was a week later, I got another call from them, and they were like, we would like to take it to the next level and do the in-person interview, you know, and we'd like to schedule it for Wednesday. And so I said, okay, you know, and I went in on that Wednesday and I had my in-person interview with this company, and I was basically hired on the spot. So they have a 5-step interview process, and they didn't even finish the interview process. They went ahead and offered me the position right away, and I started like a week later, or a week and a half later. And it's just been such a blessing and such a godsend. It is a Christian company. We pray every single morning at 8 a.m. You're not required to, it's just offered. And so we pray every morning, and it's just a fun time for people. You know, we do a little bit of questions and trivia before we do the prayer, and then the prayer. And that's how we start our day. And it's been a wonderful experience, and it's been wonderful to be back in the workplace and to go and have colleagues and to get dressed up every single day and leave the house and have something that I really value and that they really value me. And I built them a website. It's not live yet. We're still working on edits, and I'm building another website for them and another website for them because we're branching out. So it's like I'm taking, like, the Lord has placed me there to take the talents that he gave me and all the experience that I've had, like all the experience that I had as an entrepreneur, in marketing and all of that. Like, I'm taking all of those skills and applying it to my new job. And God is putting a rock underneath me. He's like setting me on a rock. And I just count it all joy and such a blessing to have this position and to work in an incredible workplace. Like, I'm telling you guys, every single person that I work with is incredible. Everybody is nice. Everybody is just amazing. And I feel so blessed. I just feel so blessed to have this and to be in this environment God put me in. And I mean, and I didn't even have to try. God just like laid it out and gave it to me. I'm just so blessed, and I feel so, so grateful. And so anyway, it's part of the reason why I haven't created content, because I was getting used to a new schedule and a new way of being and all of that. And now I feel like I'm ready to share the things that the Lord has done over the last couple of years. But like, even when I was in New Age, guys, the Lord came through for me in ways that are just miraculous. And I want to start sharing those things because I've never shared them. Not even when I was in New Age, I didn't share them. And so I want to start sharing these things. And so anyway, that is just a small life update and a miracle that happened in my life in September, October of last year, and where I've been and what's been going on. And so yeah, never underestimate what the Lord can do and what the Lord is doing in your life. And I still have desires to have my own business, and to do those, do the things that I want to do, and travel in the way that I want to travel and all of that. But right now I'm serving this company, and this company serves a lot of people, and I feel a part of a bigger mission, and I'm really, really, really grateful. So, if you have a dream, and maybe your dream isn't working out the way that you want it to right at this moment, and you're like, I don't understand. Like, maybe you're like me and you have always wanted to be an entrepreneur and it's just not working. And you're like, but I don't want to go back to a 9-to-5. I want you to just trust the process. I was resistant to going back to a 9-to-5, but I'm so grateful that I trusted the process. I am so grateful, because every single day, I'm grateful when I go to my job. I'm grateful when I clock in. I'm grateful when I clock out. I'm grateful for the people that are there that I interact with. I'm just grateful. And so anyway, I think that's it for now. I feel full, and I feel like I have shared what I meant to share, and hopefully that this speaks to you. If so, please like and subscribe, and I will see you the next time. All right, bye for now.